our news live. This is a part 2. What is he selling? Popcorn. This is a part 2 to a live I was just doing, and I had a bad connection. So I got out and turned my phone off, closed the app out. I did everything so I could try to get the best connection possible. So let me see here. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to do the filters. So I don't get some weird, well, to decrease my chances of getting weird things. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to finish up real quick, but yeah, I wanted to answer. Now, what was the question? That's sad. That's why I didn't want to get out. Okay, the question was, oh, was there a set? Was it a jogger set, or was it? So it was about the clothing that I got from Sam. So it was matching pieces. I guess those are called coordinates or something like that. So you could get the pieces matching for the men, but for the women, it was just, no, they weren't matching. I just kind of picked colors that went together. So there was a baby blue hoodie, and I got the blue, what do they call, yoga pants. They were like a little bit darker shade of blue, but I felt like it looked pretty because the hoodie was real pretty, like a real pretty baby blue. And then the pants were also a lighter shade of blue, and they looked nice together. So just put it that way. I also I wanted the brown yoga pants. They didn't really have a brown hoodie. So I got a burgundy hoodie and I got the brown yoga pants. Okay, so I put it on together. It didn't really look all that good together. I should have got a cream color hoodie with the brown, but I don't know what I was thinking. So I wore it together. It didn't look all that great as far as a good combination. Maybe if I'd had shoes with a little burgundy running through, but you know, it was what it was. I got a daughter-in-law. I got her the like army green or olive green color yoga pants and the cream color hoodie. That looked really nice together. And I think those were the only combinations I did. Olive green and cream, brown with the burgundy, which I wouldn't do that again, and the blue, baby blue, and a little bit darker shade of yoga pant blue. So, and then if you have Sam's, the price is probably going to be around about the same. So they were like $15 for the yoga pants and like 13, 14. So let's just say it was like $30 for the set, because I want to say the hoodies were probably $13.98 and then $15, and then by the time you pay tax and get out, it's going to be about $30 per set. And for the men, they were about the same. So you don't have to buy them together, but if you did, it's only like 30 bucks a set, which I felt like that was really good. I don't know where my, okay. So hi, Stony Frizzles. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for stopping by. And let's see. I feel like there was another question that I meant to answer from the last live. So I'm coming back in from having done a live a few minutes ago that had a bad connection. And I was just talking about my Christmas and how it was and how it worked out. So I would say it was successful. I'm eating some ice cream, a Dairy Queen Blizzard. And they handed it to me kind of with everything kind of dripping a little bit. A Blizzard is not really supposed to be drippy. It's supposed to be real firm. And they're supposed to turn it upside down. Hey, Sunshine. I saw you on the other one. Thank you for coming back. But I wanted to get in here and talk to y'all a little bit about Christmas. Since I was so disgusted the other day, I had to get in here and tell y'all. I had to vent. I was so frustrated about that. I was like, who has time to shop for this many people on Christmas Eve? I couldn't even wrap my mind around it. And then when Texas Toy, she left me a comment that said, just go to Costco. And then I thought, well, I don't have a Costco card, but I could probably get one because I remembered a $20 ad. And then, but before I got to Costco, I had to pass by where the exit is for Sam's. So I ended up going to Sam's. I ended up getting everything else I needed from Sam's. And it was also good because you can buy food from Sam's. Sounds like it's sloppy. Okay, let's see. Yes, so, okay. Did I get a refund from Fashion Nova? So I have 2 huge bags of Fashion Nova clothes in the house. Everything got delivered and I don't know what to do with it because they haven't told me yet. I called today and they haven't told me yet if they're gonna approve my claim. So if they don't approve my claim, I'm gonna have to, they're gonna take that money right back. So I'm just sitting on the clothes until I figure out, do I send them back? I can't send them back right now because I might end up paying for them. And then I won't even have them anymore. Fashion Nova is not a refund type of place. I think their policy is that they only give you store credit. So that's why I kind of made a beeline to get my money back so I could use it that day. Hi, Jen Plays. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, so I got everybody a gift. How many people was that for? Let's see. Chris, that's 2 people. Adrian is 2 people. Kennedy is 2 people. That's 6. Jasmine is 1 person. That's 7. And 8. So I had to get 8 people, all these different sizes, on Christmas Eve after work. But the good thing was, yeah, they don't give refunds. So I got my refund from the bank in a claim, but it's a provisional refund. So if they don't decide in my favor, they're going to take it back out of my bank and I'm going to just be left with that order. So I just have 2 big bags of Fashion Nova clothes, just waiting to see if I'm going to have to keep them or not. So yeah, but all in all, Christmas was good. Everybody got something. I think the youngest son, he got probably too much stuff. And I was kind of focused on getting the list, getting everything on the list. And at a point I was like, hey, it's getting ridiculous. Because one of the pair of shoes, if I had ordered them at first, I guess I didn't read the room correctly. Because if I had ordered them when he first gave me the list, they would have been $200 or almost $200. But being that I knew that they should have only cost $95, I kept looking and looking and looking. And then I realized, okay, these are some of those popular shoes where somebody gets bots to buy up the whole stock. And then you have to buy from one of these other places. You can't buy it anymore from Foot Locker or Champs or Finish Line. They won't have any because someone has bought them all up. And then they sell them on StockX and what's the other place? Flight Club. They sell them on these other outlets for selling. So they pretty much make you pay double, more than double. Excuse me. So by the time I got ready to buy them, they were going to be $300 for me to get them and get them in time and all of that. So I was like, I'm not going to be able to do it. So I bought another colorway that wasn't the popular one. And he keeps saying, well, I might wear them, which means he's not going to wear them. So I will probably end up returning those, getting that money back, and then checking now to see what the price is, because I'm pretty sure after Christmas the demand has gone down at least a little bit, and I will be able to buy them for maybe double and not triple. Okay, you said you did great on the eve of Christmas. Yes, it was a blessing. Texas Toy, she hooked me up. That one little suggestion. Gotta love YouTube. Gotta love it. Yes, 95 to 300. That's right. Yeah. And so I think what happens is, I think it's a whole system. So I don't know this to be true, but like all the kids will want this one thing, this one color. It's not even like, it's not Nike. It's not Jordans. He asked for New Balance and Asics. But the colors that he asked for are popularized. So I guess they get popularized by somebody on TikTok or several people on TikTok making that certain shoe and color popular. So you could get 3-4 other colors for the regular price of $95. But when you try to get that color won't be in any of the stores, and you'll have to go to one of these other sites to get it. And then by the time I could have gotten it on Christmas, it was going to be over 300, like 310 or something like that, with the shipping, the price they're charging, and something else called the verification. So supposedly when they get the things to that location, they verify to see if it's authentic. So you could pay for them having pre-verified stock, right? Or you could purchase ones that are not pre-verified and just take your chances on if they're authentic or not. So if you want the ones that are pre-verified and they can ship it to you the fastest, or no, they're going to authenticate it one way or the other, but it's going to take longer for the authentication process. That's what it was. So if you wanted to like ship out immediately, know that it's verified, it's authentic and everything, then you pay an extra fee for that. So it's just like, y'all, whoever came up with this is really cleaning up. Sunshine said, kids are funny. You know your son, he is not going. he's not gonna wear them. But I'll return those. I'll get my 100, and then hopefully I can find them, and now they're back down to at least 200. Because a lot of shoes are 180, 160. It's just that they're a brand. Excuse me, they're a brand that shouldn't be that much. Yep. Oh yeah, he because I asked him, I said, do you want me to look on DHgate? You know, DHgate is one of these retailers where they it's a China wholesaler, and they'll make things that replicas that look just like the original, but of course it's a replica. And so I was asking him, did he want me to look on there? He was like, no, I don't want those. I don't want those fake. He said he'd take those Amazon Yeezy slides, but he didn't want the fake. He don't want the fake Asics. So I'm like, yeah, I can understand that. I'm not gonna complain because I feel the same about designer bags. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I know if I can't have a real designer bag, I'll just take a nice bag that I can afford. I don't want a fake bag. Maybe younger, but definitely not now. Yep. So all right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna how about you? How about y'all's Christmas? It's getting a little dim out here. And some men are walking around selling popcorn. I think those are the people, like we have these outreach type church places, and they used to walk around and sell banana bread. Do they do that in y'all's area? Hey Zen Soul, yeah. What I did was I left out, I closed the app, and I turned my phone off because I couldn't figure out why I would have bad connection. I'm in the car. Okay, let's see. Sunshine said, my Christmas was great. My daughter only wanted the Apple AirPods. Man, that is so good. I wish I would have only spent that much. That's good though. Yeah, once this one gets a little bit older, like the older ones, I don't have to do as much. I can, like I was thinking, I kind of wanted to do some more stuff, buy my daughter some more stuff, because I don't know, she just still seems young to me. And so, but then I was thinking, you know what, I just gave her $300 because she was going on a trip and she just didn't have all of what she felt like she wanted to have to go on this trip. So I gave her $300, and that was just a few days. That's in December. She went on, and I kept her dog, and I got injured. I told y'all about my injury. I'm pretty sure I told y'all about that as well. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I've done a lot for her lately. I'm good. I'm good. she gonna have to be good with this. Hey, cross country cruiser. thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, I was like, she's gonna have to be good with this jogging suit. I mean, well, yoga pants and hoodie, and then the jogger set for her boyfriend. Ooh, $4.99. What kind are those? Oh, thank you so much, Cross Country Cruiser. Wow, I appreciate that. Thank you, and thank you for your membership too. I'm rededicating myself. You know how you rededicate to church? I'm rededicating myself to my channel this coming year, and I'm gonna really figure out some content for the membership. It'll probably just be, well, I don't know. I'm thinking it'll be more like vlog and like personal type stuff, because I'm not real sure what I can put out on a consistent basis in the membership. But I really like my true crime stuff that I really like are the police body cam. See, this is why I didn't need this ice cream, because it does not agree with me. I like the police body cam stuff, and I do like to follow those stories that are just kind of like, I don't know, just kind of weird true crime stories. So either I'll do some like personal vlogging and put some stuff like that in the membership, but the police body cam is kind of like, it's just so interesting. Those things are just so interesting, because you get to see from like when the police showed up and everything that transpired. Is something else. I did see the Karen Huger one too. That was a trip. I didn't realize Karen was it seems like, I guess she might be an alcoholic. Let's see. $4.99. Yeah, she is lucky she's an only child. And then so said, not sure if you read my previous question. Oh, okay. So they were at Sam's Club and they were sold separately. Yes, I did talk about that. That the men's sets were, they matched. And they were still sold separate, but they matched up each other in the color and the design. The ladies' flare leg, what do you call them, yoga pants, they were not necessarily matching the hoodies, but I matched them up to colors that look nice together, like the baby blue and the other, it was like a pale blue but darker than the baby blue. It went really nice together. I matched up olive green yoga pants with a cream color hoodie, and they also had black and they had brown. So I got the brown yoga pants for myself. They were like a darker brown. And I got the burgundy hoodie, and I'll never wear it together again. But it was, you know, they're both really nice pieces. They fit good. The yoga pants stayed up really good, even though I got to get rid of some of these rolls, but they stayed up really good. I really I recommend. My daughter says 10 out of 10 recommend, right? I need to look into that a little bit more. I think she's gonna have to go to jail. Is she gonna have to spend days in jail or months? Yeah, about Karen. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank y'all for coming and chit-chatting with me. I've been trying to get here. I'm like, I'll tell myself every day, okay, when I get finished doing all this stuff, Then I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna at least go live for 30 minutes, and then I'm so tired. And then I got hurt with my daughter's dog and this other dog. I'm trying to figure out if I have any recourse in that. This man just listened to me moan and yell and ask him if it was his dog, and he didn't say one word. He just collected the dog and kept walking. But because I didn't get bit, I don't know if anybody would do anything, but I really did get injured. I am healing though. That's the good part. I can tell I'm much better than I was at first. But anyway, back to going live. I'm glad I made it here this afternoon. Yes, I am. It's funny. Let me tell you, my husband, every day he asks me, so how you doing? You okay? Better now? And I'm like, I'm injured. I think he wants me to just, for it to be like, I don't know, like you bumped your hip and it's a little sore. And now, a few days later, oh yeah, it's better. I'm like, no, I really got injured. Like, I couldn't sit down one day and I had to go to the hospital because I couldn't sit at work in the chair. I had shifted as much as I could shift. And I'm like, I got to get up from here and see what's going on. So I left. I went to the hospital. They told me I have 2 bulging discs, whatever that means. I asked the lady if that will I don't know, if the inflammation will go down, if it'll go back to normal. And she was like, well, I mean, all you can pretty much hope for is that it just, it acts different in different people. So you may not have a lot of pain from it. So from what I got from her not really answering my question is, it's not going to really necessarily go back to the way it was, but hopefully you won't be in pain. Over time, the pain will go down. So she told me that, and some type of tailbone bruise. But yeah, I mean, I had to have a CT or a CAT scan, or I don't know if that's the same thing. But yeah, it's a real injury. But I am getting better. I can tell, like now, last week or few days after it happened, even up until a few days ago, I wouldn't have been able to just sit like this, like lean into this side. I would have to lean to this side. I don't know how this looks on camera, but I would have to lean to the other side because I couldn't put any weight on this side over here. Definitely hit more on this side. But I am getting better. Yes, thank you. I have been, I'm glad I had Epsom salt. I have been using the Epsom salt. Yep. I have been doing that. So yeah. Well, okay, I guess I'm going to get out. I'm going to go into TJ Maxx and take in, what did I buy? At first, I was just going to give everybody like a nice pack of socks and like something else that I didn't really know what it was. So I have all these packs of socks. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take all these socks back, because once I had my outfits for everybody, I was like, okay, that's good enough. So I'm going to take these socks back in here and get my $40 or $50 back worth of socks. And I will come back later and see if there's anything else going on. You know what else I wanted to tell y'all about is I got called to jury duty. If it wasn't last week, it wasn't last week, because last week was the trial. So it was the week before last week. I was called to jury duty, and And I went, they eliminate half of the people. So there were over 400 people that showed up to pick, I think, one jury. So half of the people got eliminated in the first, I would say, 2 hours. They just basically tell you about a lot of stuff, go through all the motions, you take a break, you come back, and then they start calling numbers. And then you go up there. If they called your number, if you don't, you sit in your seat. And then the people that went up and stood up that they called our number, I was in the group that they called the number. So you go stand up, and then eventually they lead all of you out into this other room. So you go into that room, and that's the room where they're going to talk to you about the crime. The accused is there, and he's there with his attorney. You have the prosecuting attorney. You got a couple of judges sitting in there, one like presiding judge. And basically they're weeding through trying to see who they want to be on this jury. So I did not get picked, but I can, and they ask you not to talk about it, not to talk about the case or anything while the trial is going on. So the trial was last week. So I want to come back and talk to y'all about this man, what he was charged with, how they, how the jury that they did pick found. I think they didn't pick me because I waited until the very end. I didn't know it was the end, but I think my question was the last question. So the defense attorney was asking everybody, what was the question? He asked everybody who would give probation if he gets found guilty. Who would, I'm sorry, I don't need anything. Thank you. The popcorn. He said, if he gets found guilty, who would be able to give him probation, or who could not see giving him probation if he gets found guilty, right? So all I was thinking was, well, probation is for like pleading out, right? Because I never really known anybody to go to trial, get found guilty, everything, and get probation. I'm sure it happens, but it feels like when people go to trial, they get time. They have to go to prison when they're found guilty. So I was a little bit worried about that question, but it was something else. I ended up asking, I said, so there's 2 charges. Seemed a little strange. And then he kept telling me he couldn't answer the question. So I think that's probably what got me eliminated. Because they seem to pick the people that didn't have a problem with anything. If you raised your hand and said you had a problem with this or that, then you were pretty much getting eliminated. So it was a big case for the area. Yeah, it was. I hadn't heard of it, but it had been in the news when it first happened. No, it wasn't federal. So I'm going to come back and talk about that, a little bit more about how eye-opening it was, really, because being that, we talk about Nesto and, his situation, how long he's been in jail, and just the whole like media stuff surrounding him. And then just to realize that it all really just comes down to these 12 people. Like everybody can say whatever they want to say, but in the end, it's going to come down to 12 folks. And they're going to be the most seemingly favorable to that what is he called? To the defendant. They're going to be the most seemingly favorable, humdrum, I don't really have a problem with anything, people I don't really know about anything. It's going to come down to just those 12 people. And that was, I know that, but that was really kind of eye-opening for me, just some of the ways that they talk about everything. So I'll get that together and then I'll come back. But thank y'all so much for stopping in. And thank you so much, Cross Country Cruiser, for the Christmas blessing. She says happy holidays. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. And I'll be back with the next time I come back, which may be a little bit later it's pretty early because I got off early today. So it's pretty early. So I may be able to come back tonight and talk about that. I want to talk about it before I forget everything.